Welcome to this new episode where we're finally going to take apart and reveal the secrets inside Toyota's new bipolar battery. So stick around. I'm pretty sure everybody it's been finally waiting to explore this battery inside. So what are the components that are inside Toyota's new bipolar hybrid battery? Well, it's basically the cell module structure. As you can see, Toyota's not using anymore these individual nickel metal hydride modules with 6 cells. They're not using only 7 plates, but it's a complete plate that looks like a skateboard. But the thing is, how are these cells connected in between? Well, the only way to know, we're gonna have to take it apart. But before doing this, let's explore what we have here. Let's first begin with the battery inlet. The battery inlet where the cooling fan blows the air inside the battery. And here we have the intake air temperature sensor, where I'm going to open up this. Okay. And the air doesn't go on the top, and the top it's a hard aluminum case. So what I'm gonna do is the first component I'm gonna take out this front cover. Here we go. So the good thing is that you guys will be joining me here in every single step of the way. So let me take out this front cover. Give me a second. Let's see. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put this here. Okay, so as we take this cover, so the air blows here in between and enters through the battery modules and passes through in between these cell plates, which I'm very excited to take them out. I'm gonna have to remove this. Oh, okay, like a plastic air vent. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. All right, the next component that I'm gonna take out from, because if we see the battery from this side, this is supposed to be the outlet, which is it's uncovered. The customer brought me this battery because I was having a problem with one of the sensors, but it happens that unfortunately these voltage sensor and the temperature sensors are exactly the very same connector, and what happened is that they connected they switched them on. Okay, so because this is nickel metal hydride, it doesn't use BMS. It uses a voltage sensor with only ground and 7 individual circuits, which means that we have only 7 modules. 7 modules like this, but way bigger. I'm gonna take out the battery computer, the temperature sensors, the current sensor, the intake air temperature sensors as well. Let me disconnect the battery computer in a second. The reason is because nickel metal hydride does not use battery management system, because you don't unbalance the nickel metal hydride modules. The other thing that I'm going to disconnect is I'm going to disconnect all these temperature sensors, 2 temperature sensors, 3 temperature sensors, and also 1, 2, 3 voltage sensors. Where are the other voltage sensors? Let me see. High voltage cable, everything high voltage, orange. Looks like we have more. There's other high voltage sensing somewhere this side. Okay, I'm gonna leave this like this. I wanna disconnect this. I have over here the battery junction box. So the battery junction box is basically, I have here in this side, looks like this is one of the battery outlets. Let me see. Oh yes, this is one of the battery outlets. So I'm gonna take these out. It's indeed orange, so gotta be careful with it. Let me disconnect the main. This is the main negative. Looks like the main negative. Oh yes. This is the main negative outlet from the battery directly to the junction box, and this one looks like the main positive. Let me disconnect. Oh, this is 8 millimeters. Give me a second. 8 millimeters. Yeah, the junction, the service plug grip goes through at 8 millimeters. But I'm not seeing the interlock, so the interlock cable doesn't go to the battery computer, so it goes directly to the circuit. All right, let me take out the fuse. As you can see, the fuse is not integrated into the service block connector as the regular Toyota vehicles. All right, it's a little different, but that's how it is. All right. Let me put this here because I don't want to lose any of this. The other thing is, I'm going to disconnect this 10 millimeter bolt here. Right. I'm gonna do this with much careful. All right, I'm gonna put this back. I mean, because I don't want to lose anything. I want to do this specifically I want to do this in order. I'm gonna disconnect now. We're taking out the positive terminal, and the positive terminal coming somewhere below the battery. And we have here what seems to be the, okay, this is the connection to the current sensor. So the current sensor in the junction box is right here. I think I can take this out already. Let me see. Oh no, I still have an orange cable that goes down here. I'm not sure where it goes, but I think I'm gonna have to take out the battery junction box. So let me disconnect. This holds and this one. A second, you will see everything. Don't worry. The junction box is actually the battery relays. What holds the battery relays? Alright. I'm gonna take this out from this small bracket. There you go, there you go, there you go. She coming. So this is the battery relay assembly. Positive contactor, negative contactor, pre-charge contactor, the resistor. It has the intake from the battery, and this is the output negative and output positive to the battery, and output negative and positive probably for DC to DC converter for other adapters. So I mean, it's nothing different compared to the other ones, which is okay, nothing out of usual. Okay, let's see what we have here. So we have, this is wow, hold on. So we have what it seems to be the battery poles, the battery connections. This looks like the negative and this looks like the positive. Let's see the amount of power that this battery has. Give me a second. It's a high voltage battery, so let's see how much it's reading. Let's see. All right, look, 204 volts. So this battery is actually the very same size of Toyota Prius. So yes, now this is the battery that comes within the Aqua. So as you can see, having or not having the service plug, which is one of the things that I don't like too much about the newest Toyota battery type, is that the service plug grip does not open the circuit in half inside the battery. It just opens the circuit in the output. Meaning that we're gonna have to treat this very, very carefully. All right, let me take these out one by one. Oh yeah, look. So this cable coming from the voltage monitor, we have one circuit over here and we have another circuit over here, meaning that this is also voltage monitoring system. All right, let me take them out with much careful. I'll take them out one by one. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to begin with the negative main terminal. Right. Okay, main negative terminal. All right. This, yeah, definitely looking like a voltage monitoring coming directly to this. All right, let me put this back. No, I'm not going to put this back. We're going to put it back because it has a plate over here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to take it out. Okay, the next one is the main positive, which I'm gonna take it out very carefully. I am very surprised how close is this. Look at the distance between this cable and chassis ground. Wow. Although remember, this is high voltage, the positive terminal to the chassis ground. Wow, very close. And then I can take out the positive main terminal of the voltage monitor. Okay, yes. All right, now I think I can take these out with no problem. See? Yeah, almost out. Give me a second. That's it. Okay, so this is how we take the main connections. All right, nothing out of usual. All right. So we're seeing over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plates. And these plates are under this very hard case, which, yes, I'm gonna take them out. Okay, let me disconnect this. The cable monitoring, okay. Can this go out? I think it will. Oh yeah, look, they can come out with no problem. It can come out with no problem. Let me see. Yeah, all right. So some of them are temperature sensors and some of them are voltage sensors as well. All right, here it is, the moment of truth. We're finally gonna open up the battery. All right, here we go. Let me take these out. This looks like having this 12mm boards with some sort of aluminum pillar. This is an aluminum hard case, but one of the things that I realized is that, man, this battery is ridiculously heavy. It's very heavy. All right, let me take these out. Here we go. First time taking this out. Huh? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. What happened here? What happened here? Okay, let me see. So this is how it goes. Oh, look. The terminal of the battery is this, not this. This is just like a bracket. But look, wow, look at the thickness of this. And well, there's not any air flowing here in between. But this is hard aluminum and heavy as hell. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. It's a hard plate. Okay, and this is the main negative terminal. I see some dirt over here, so it looks like airflow is in between. I'm not sure. All right, the moment of truth. This kind of smells. Is it what? Wow, here it is. Look, guys, this is it. Toyota's new bipolar battery. Reveal it. But I am actually I'm very curious. Can you disconnect the modules from between? You see? You see? How are these modules connected? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is, the modules are not moving. I'm trying to separate them and they're not moving. Something is wrong here, or am I missing something? But something that okay, give me a second. This goes here. This is the main terminal. Is this telling me that this is the main negative? The main negative? Reveal it. Main negative, reveal it. I want to see if that's true. Okay, positive, negative. What? Oh. You know what this is telling me, right? So this all plate, it is the main terminal of the battery. So which means that, let me see, again. What? Look, I can't believe this. So this is all the main terminal of the battery, telling us that this battery is ridiculously dangerous to handle. This battery is ridiculously dangerous to handle. This is the main terminal, and it's just covered by this insulator plate from the aluminum. How about that, eh? This part is ridiculously delicate, so I'm not gonna take any chance. I'm gonna wear my full glove kit. To handle this battery type. Okay, got it. Finally got it. She's coming up. There it is. She's up. Wow. Okay, so this is the base of the battery. All right, let me put this here. I never thought this was such a big challenge. And let me see the negative, the positive, and the positive terminal is just like. All right, let me take out this cover very carefully. Okay, this is the bottom of the battery, which is the main positive terminal. But guys, this is the main positive, and this is the main negative. Look. Okay, let me do something. Let me put this battery here in a better position. And it looks like there's no way to separate these modules in between. I'm gonna leave this standing here. Just wanna confirm this. See, from the main surface. Wow, wow. No, guys, this is ridiculously dangerous to handle. And as far as I can see, okay, come on over and let me show you. Now you have a complete perspective of Toyota's all-new bipolar hybrid battery. This is the main negative terminal, and this is the main positive terminal, but this is the complete terminal. So there is voltage here if you touch it with this one. So if you do this, for example, without your glove, pudding, you're gonna turn into empanada frita. Okay, and it looks like we have temperature sensors and voltage sensor right here in between, but these cables are not seen to coming out anyway. And let me see, I also have temperature sensors and voltage sensor here as well, and it looked like these are not coming out. But what I really want to see is the connection in between. I mean, I'm trying to separate, but look, check this out. So it looks like these modules are stabbed in between, channelized by this like aluminum fins. There it is. So that's it, look. The modules, but you can't do anything to the modules. You can't separate the plates. Absolutely nothing. It's simply it's a very, very interesting design, but once again, ridiculously dangerous. Place it here. Okay. The reason why I'm treating it with so careful is because negative and positive terminal right here live. Yeah, look, there's no way. I wonder, let me see. I wonder, can you take out this sensor? Just. Absolutely not. Let me see. Absolutely not. So no, I cannot separate these modules from each other. So now that we know that apparently we cannot separate each one of these individual, I'm not ready to call this a module. I'm ready to call this a cell, each one of them, because the thing is, one of the main important things about this battery, or the structure of the bipolar battery, is that it doesn't have individual cells connected in series. Each one of these plates of about, they should be around 30 volts each one. Let's confirm. Let me just place it, because I want to find out where is the connection in between them. And apparently, if I go to the main negative terminal, I'm just going to touch the fins in between. There you go. See my point? We have a reading. So this, the fins that are connected in between, they are actually the connections of the battery itself. So if I continue to do this measurement, let's see, 30, 27, okay, the other one, 57, the other one, 86, 116, 146, 176, and finally when I reach the last one, we will have 200 volts. I can clearly see that this, every single fin, which is actually a heat exchanger, but it's also the main connection of this plate cell with the other cell, with no bus bar in between, zero resistance, absolutely no corrosion is going to happen given the side of the external plate connection. Wow, it's a very interesting design. I have never seen this before, but indeed, I'm very surprised. So don't get me wrong, it's actually nice, but because it's nickel metal hydride, yes, ridiculously super heavy. You cannot replace this individual cell voltage monitoring, or even this temperature sensor that goes in between. I already tried to separate a little bit, and you can. So this is the structure of the Toyota's new bipolar hybrid battery. Let me know in the comments if you ever seen a battery like this before. Yeah, look, this is the part that I've been saying, that as I say, I'm trying to separate this plate to take off the temperature sensors and the voltage sensor, and unfortunately you cannot do anything with them. You can't move them. And as these fins, there are heat exchange fins where the air flows in between. Let's see, right here to the other side, there you go. But at the same time, those fins are the connection from this plate to the other plate. So this is how we create a bipolar hybrid battery. How about that, eh? Zero resistance. I am very amazed of the design of this new bipolar hybrid battery. It's ridiculously simple, but I consider this one of the most dangerous hybrid battery that you're going to work with. You have to be very, very careful because the size of the negative and positive pole, extremely dangerous. But at the end of the day, what type of service should you do to this high voltage battery over time? Now, it has the same capacity, but given that it has way bigger cells, in this case like skateboard plate, obviously they're way more resistant to heat exchange in this case. So it's indeed a very nice improve. But because it's nickel metal hydride, unfortunately over time, nickel metal hydride cannot keep the battery balanced over time. Now, given that this is a 200 volt battery type, I would say that eventually every 2, maybe 3 years, you could just connect this battery for 24 hours to the prolonged balancer just to force rebalance and restore whatever lost capacity that the battery might have. So it's an incredible design. I think it has lots of improvement when it comes to the design to make it a little more safe or easy, but at the end of the day, remember, no company recommends any type of hybrid battery service. So at the end of the day, this is just my personal research upon Toyota's new bipolar battery. So I hope you guys like this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more videos and incredible descriptions of the latest generation hybrid batteries, in this case, the famous bipolar battery. If you want to learn more, stick around for notice. I'll see you then. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe.